Can you state your name, please?
Lowell Kent Horn. Served in Korea 19 months, served in Vietnam 26 months, and in Florida Army National Guard for 19 years. 3 years I was active duty in Vietnam. Volunteered to go to Vietnam and Korea.
Lowell is an older vet we've been helping for a few years. He's been homeless off and on. We originally found him in a storage unit. He would go into a type of housing where he's renting a room, and then he would be homeless again. And this has been since 2018, off and on. And this last time, he left pretty abruptly from the property that he was staying at and was back in his storage unit, sleeping in his car. And we worked with Volunteers of America to get his income verification and everything he needed to get him into an apartment where he can be stable. He hasn't had his own apartment in a very long time, so this was a huge thing for him. The first time he's got like his name on the lease, like it's legitimate, and he's hopefully not gonna have to move anymore.
It's been a fantastic year, honestly. Besides the fact that we've been able to help every client that came to us, we didn't have to turn anybody away over this time period, thanks to the support of the community. We've also welcomed several new people to our team, both on the operational side and to our board. So we've got new faces going out there and helping spread the work of keeping up with the demand of our veterans. Really, truthfully, of the 426 clients that we helped this last year, over half of them were prevention clients. So with the rising costs of rent and housing prices here in Brevard County, it's been really challenging for people to keep up with just the ability to keep their homes. So over half of them were, literally on the verge of homelessness, and we were able to coordinate and get the financial assistance they needed to remain in their home.
Yeah, there were no other available options for rent at the moment, and still, like, the market is kind of taken up with the renters, and there's openings, but at later dates that I have to wait around for. Pretty much frustrated because I felt like I couldn't provide for my family at the moment. I was in a situation where my lease was coming to an end and I needed a place to stay, and they helped me out. My lease was up on the 30th and NVHS had me here on the 1st.
The last census outlined that there's 4,600 veterans in Brevard County that live at or below the poverty level, which means that at the poverty level, over 50% of their income goes towards housing. In a lot of cases, about 75% of their income to maintain a place to live. So these people are literally a sick day at work from losing their home. So that's why, constant advocacy, going out there, referrals from partner agencies to make sure that they don't become homeless in the first place. We got to find them and then be able to partner to give them the right resources so that they can stay housed.
I actually found them on a website that listed organizations that help veterans in need. I was laid off from my job as a mortgage processor in April of 2022, and I had been looking for work for 2 months. There were a couple jobs that I applied for, but wasn't able to take because of my service-connected injuries, not being able to stand for long periods of time, or other conditions that I had to, be able to do. I just hadn't found a job yet and was struggling. I've never been out of work for this long. So there's definitely a feeling as a single mother of, just wondering how I'm going to provide for my daughter and how I'm going to keep a roof over our head and food in our mouths. And from the perspective of someone who felt like I had been talking to walls for months, the people here were a breath of fresh air, calling me back and emailing me and making the process really just so easy, and not just like giving me a handout and saying, here's some money and go away, but saying, how's your financial status? How are you going to do better? What can you do in the future to not be in this situation again? That's the difference between NVHS and some other organizations. They actually care about the people they serve.
we're facing a huge wave of potentially like hundreds and thousands of veterans in the county becoming homeless.
We definitely anticipate that things are going to continue to be busy. As long as there's a lack of affordable housing around, it's definitely going to keep us engaged. So the important thing is to remember is that we're not going to be able to do this alone. It's going to take a community to be able to get together.
I feel like more people should know about it because there are a lot of other veterans out there that probably have no idea that this type of program exists or there's something out there that can help them. So I would definitely be a sponsor to share the word to other veterans.
Finding ways to build the veteran community in Brevard for younger veterans, female veterans for sure, that don't really know who to turn to is something that I'd like to work on.
I would like to see a growth with mental health services for sure, whether that's through partnerships or NVHS programs. I think it's important and it's one of the big needs that our veterans have.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with us. We work tirelessly day and night, 7 days a week to help our veterans rapidly. And we couldn't do it without your help.
You're all amazing. The only reason we get to do what we're doing for our veterans is because of you, and we hope that you will continue to support us.
I'd like to let them know how grateful I am for all the help they've given me, because they've been a constant source of help and encouragement.
I just want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to house my family. We're out on the market trying to find a rental or being a first-time home buyer.
I was offered a job with JetBlue Airways, so I will be returning to work on September 12th.
Do you have a favorite story?
I'm kind of partial to all veterans, so you think about our basic freedoms and why we have them and who gives them to us. We have to give back to our vets and make sure that they're connected to all the services that they've earned. So I think they're all my favorite.